This is Dr. Himani, Ayurveda physician at Nirogam, sending you my best wishes of the morning from New Delhi, India. Welcome to this event where we are going to speak about you. Yeah, that's right. After all, Ayurveda is the science of everyone's life, both yours and mine. In today's session, we will try to decipher the nexus between good health and daily habits. For those of us who have already used to work from home schedule, might be pangs of backache, irresistible bowel syndrome, and have problems in everyday ordeal. In fact, those who are more sensitive, deposition, may have found themselves in a pit of serious illness like allergies, menstrual disorders, and a really upset digestion. But I'm sure all of us must be suffering from these tsunamis of health problems. So, everyone should have this question. I have never got sick so far. So, from where all these things been arising? Well, let me explain. Ayurveda understands the human body as a complex organic system where organs are different components. The food which we eat is a fuel for living energy, and the lifestyle which we follow has become our maintenance routine. Therefore, the ideal health state is where our thought process, the diet which we are taking, and the way of life which we are living, which works cohesively in a fine balance. As they say, order is health and disorder is disorder and disease. But owing to the imbalance of everyday life, one's fitness can be easily compromised due to the increased level of stress nowadays, the irregular meal timings which we follow, and the cramped hours of work that is like totally impacting on our sleep mode. Well, all of these factors were combined together, they turn our internal system upside down. Thus, we animate the energy which becomes our fingerprints. Now, for instance, let's discuss about the case of high blood pressure or hypertension. Ayurveda locates the cause of high blood pressure is the interconnection between the toxicity which is being built up in our body, the physiological factor, and the thickening of blood arteries. And that's how, when all of these factors co align, our unhealthy eating habits disturb our digestion badly. It's produce more toxin inside the body and generate a kind of stress which impact our body and mind both. Now, both of these disturbance can gradually increase our blood pressure levels until it's hardened the artery walls. And that's what hypertension become a chronic disorder affecting your head to muscles. In such case, the only thing which we can do is like changing the lifestyle which we are following so far. And I recommend along with that Ayurvedic remedies known as IV Muktavati. Now, Muktavati is having a really multiple prolonged approach toward blood pressure management where it clear all the toxic which is being created in the blood. It's really improved the digestion and it's relaxed the artery walls for a better blood circulation. Similar mechanism occur in the case of respiratory disorder as well. The frequent colds, different kinds of allergy and infections that we face during the weather changes, in fact, it result of these body energies which colliding with each other. The emotional disturbance and cold food items like uh, different kind of beverage, ice creams which are taken, it really slow down our core metabolism, leading to clash between the breath regulating energy known as kapha dosha and the movement regulating energy which is known as vata dosha. In these case of allergies, pollen, and other environmental agents can easily choke up the digestion regulation, pitta. So, which leads to different skin disorders, skin rashes, even fever. But we need not to worry about this. Where there is a health issues, definitely there's always a remedy for the same. For instance, you may use Nirogam Inhale Boost tablets, which really wards the respiratory problems which you all are suffering from before they even strike. Inhale Boost really contain about a dozen of Ayurvedic herbs that really boost the lungs capacity. It enhance our immunity system and really improve the metabolism. With your garden place, there's no limit to enjoy your life, which kind of weather it is. I know now you all must be thinking if metabolism is really the master key of our health, so why it should not be the focus on the very first step. Believe me, the majority of Ayurvedic physicians are really advocating on the same thing. Here too, the doshas can interact with each other and produce different kinds of problems. Like the dosha known as vata and pitta, when they are interacting, can cause issues like constipation, irregular appetite. While if there is a interconnection of kapha and pitta doshas, then issues like bloating, indigestion, and really loss of appetite can happen. Now, do you understand how poor digestion and bowel movements get to symptoms of diabetes? In such case, many more, I usually recommend Nirogam Simbal tablets. It's a purely herbal supplement for digestion. It scrapes out the toxicity which has been created in the body. It ensures a proper gut health, and it's really helpful in the absorption of all the food items which we are gulping. Using it in a dose of 2 tablets per day can easily be a gentle detox for our body without sitting for a long hours in sauna. If you are surprised how much our digestion can decade through health, there are two interesting cases. So recently, one of my colleague, she came up to me in a very terrible mood, and regarding and discussing me regarding her health issues of obesity and acne problems, which she is suffering from long years. Another person who is my neighbor, he comes up to me with a kidney disorder and really having a urinary tract infection. So opposite of their assumptions, both of them is really suffering from a deeper skin related issues. So all of these symptoms, they are the indication that several hormonal imbalances might be taking place in them. So all of these symptoms, when we really understand that there's a hormonal imbalance, so therefore both of them can include pico shunya and purushrink tablets respectively, because these medicines are really 100% chemical free supplements which naturally balance the hormonal functioning in our body. Even if they do so, pico shunya can really aid in weight loss, and a purushrink which helps improving the man's vitality. Now you all can see that it's a win-win for everyone. As I have shown here, most of the illness which we are facing is a result of few wrong choices which we are acquiring in our day-to-day schedule and continue for a long period of time. So if there is anything which is troubling you lately, I'm there to help you out. Now it's really your time to discuss with me what all are your issues. So, guys, anybody is having any questions, they can really approach to us. It's a Nirogam. You all can have a live consultation over there on both the platform, online and offline. You can have an audio consultation and video consultation, same on that platform. So I'm like really waiting and hoping your best health. If anybody is having any question, they can just come up to us. Thank you, everyone. So I guess there's a question from Ashima Shani. Hi, how are your products are different? So um, Ashima, products are different in the way what ingredient we are using in it. It's purely Ayurveda. And the second thing, the manufacturing process. So if you're going to see, there are like n number of products we are using for same ailment or same disorder, but it's totally depend, the effectiveness is totally depend how the manufacturing process is being done. If it is being done in a very classical manner, then definitely it's going to show you impact. Otherwise you're just simply gulping something which is not giving you any kind of impact. Okay, so there's another question: what are the three doshas and how does Ayurveda work on them? So, Mansa, three doshas which is being explained in Ayurveda, they are like Vata energy, Pitta dosha, and Kapha dosha. Basically, it is being said dosha, but in a layman language, we always used to say that they are the three kind of energies: Vata energy, Pitta energy, and Kapha energy. Our entire body is working and depend on these functioning of these three doshas. So, the movement which is being taking place in your body, means any movement, the circulation is a kind of movement. We are the gesture of our hand movement is a movement. We are blinking our eyes, this is a movement. So every single movement is taken place by the properties and action of Vata energy. Now if we come to the Pitta one, it's the energy of metabolism. So whatever you are gulping, how it is being acting and how it's giving impact to your body. So this is a question that what we are eating, our body is not required those things in the same manner. So how we are getting the nutrition, the absorption, how it the metabolism is taken place, how the breakdown is being taken place. So pitta is the main energy and pitta is the main dosha which is involved in this. Now if we are going to talk about the kapha dosha, it's a dosha which having a property of transformation. So transformation in every single thing. So if we are going to see the micro level of cells and tissue, the transformation of each cells and tissue is being done by the kapha dosha. So the build we are having is just because of the kapha dosha. So we can understand whatever is happening in a micro or ground level in our body is just because of the functioning of these three dosha. If these three doshas are being working in a very proper manner, then definitely a person can lead to a healthy and happy life. Are they for all age groups? Yes, Ashima. They are like for every single person and all age group. The way you take birth in this, from the time of our birth till we don't die, all these doshas has been working for all the age groups. How can capsules change your energy? So actually, Masood, I just take your question. How can capsules change our energies? It totally depends what ingredient is being filled in those capsules is going to work on that. Now, again, a person should not entirely depend on any form of medication. Either it's a powder, either it's a capsule or tablet. Again, I really want to tell you that a person should not depend for a long period of time in any kind of medication. It's a very good thing that we can do a modification in the diet and lifestyle along with the capsules. So it's not the capsule which is working, it's the thing which is filled inside the capsule. All those ingredients are really working. So for different ailments, different herbal ingredients are being used and they are working with the digestive system. Okay. Can you suggest me any product for hypertension? Okay. So if you have gone through the entire session today, so I have discussed about IV Muktavati. So they are like, this is the main thing which is being used for high blood pressure. But again, I will suggest to you, before using any kind of formulation or any medicines, it's better to discuss with one of your physician, like what are the signs and symptoms, and how or what medicine will be the best for you, and what should be the doses for the same. So there's a question from Pooja. Normally, how long does it take to show the results of Ayurvedic products? So, Pooja, is really a myth that everybody should think like Ayurveda is a very slow, those medicines are really having a slow impact, and we have to take those medicines for a long period of time. It's not like that. uh, I can't give you a generalized statement that it's going to impact. It depends. It's really depend upon what kind of a disease and disorder you are having. If you're having an acute one, then definitely it will going to show impact within a week or 10 days. If you're having a chronic disorder or disease, then a person should minimum take those medicines for 3 months. If I'm going to talk about the chronic one, those are the lifestyle disorders like diabetes, hypertension, liver disorder, kidney failure, all those things are the chronic one. And the acute, if you're having fever, cold and cough, headache, backache, these kinds of the acute ones, so definitely you're going to see the results within a week of that. What are you recommend products? Okay, so for high blood pressure, definitely there are two products which I'm going to recommend. First one is the IV Muktabati, and the second one is the Hypershun. So you can go for both of them. Better you can discuss the problems with me once in detail, so I can help you out in a very good manner. Most welcome. Anybody else who's having any questions or queries, feel free to ask. Does your products need to follow any restriction on the diet? See, of course, I guess being an Ayurvedic physician, I really want to suggest you any form of medication. I'm not talking about the Ayurvedic pathy. If at all you are following allopathy or homeopathy, I guess restriction is being uh, applicable to all of the pathies. Restriction in the sense, I just gave you a layman example. If you are suffering from cold and cough, you're taking any kind of pathy, and along with that, if you are just indulge in taking soft drinks, ice creams, do you think it's going to make any difference in you? And definitely you have to follow certain form of restrictions. It's not really a task for someone, but if you want to see the effectiveness as soon as possible, then there should be certain restriction, not much. Are all the products are ayurvedic and natural? Yeah, all the products which we are using and which I basically recommend, they all are herbal and ayurvedic medicines which is being formulated with the natural ingredients. So there's so till somebody is having any question, till somebody is having any question, let me discuss certain uh, chronic disorder or something which is related to the lifestyle disorder. Okay, how do we reach you after the live stream? Um, uh, okay, Geeta Rani. We're just going to, you can just follow the Nirogam page, or you can go to the website of Nirogam Limited. It's been shown in the website. So you can just reach over there for the consultation or any other queries if you are having. Does your products need to be follow diet restriction? So I've already shared this thing, Mr. Sudhir, that not only my products but any of the products which you are consuming or which you are taking, along with that you really need to follow a diet restrictions. Not so much, but yeah, there are certain things which a person really have to restrict in their diet consumptions. So we have to keep a check on that. Every single person is different from another, so obviously one thing which is being suited to me is not be suited to you. And when you are suffering from certain things like certain disorder or certain disease, so definitely there should be certain set of things which you have to restrict in your diet. What diet do you recommend? So, in general, there is no such diet. It's really depend on person to person. First, if you're a healthy person, then again you have to follow a certain kind of a diet. Why? Because you must be sharing a set of body doshas, which really form your body constitution. You must have observed that you might not be similar with your siblings, with your parents. Why? Because the configuration of the doshas are totally different in you and the another person, which makes your body constitution. So if you are really a healthy person, then also your diet should be different from another. But if you are suffering from some or the other thing, then we really have to discuss it in detail so that I can help and support you in a very good manner, because there is no such generalized diet which I'm going to recommend you over here. So before we are having any questions, let me discuss about the lifestyle disorders which we are having or suffering these days. Every single person, we can see the next person is suffering from that disease and disorder. First is the diabetes and blood pressure, which I've already discussed once in my live session. So most of the people are having this lifestyle disorder. The first thing which we can do is really improve our way of living and the diet thing. Second, there are really recommended products which I can let you know. So for diabetes, one can use Salacia, which is available with us. And for hypertension, really IV Muktavati has shown tremendous impact, and even hypertension. There's a question in between. I'll take the question. How do I know what diet to follow with a particular Ayurvedic medicine? So it's really depend what kind of a medications you are taking, for what ailment you are taking that medication. So then only I can let you know that what kind of a diet is really good for you and what are the dietary restrictions which you have to follow along with these medication. It's entirely depend for what purpose or for what thing you are taking, what kind of a medication is really depend on that thing. See, many of the people are having this query of diet and diet related things. So see, everybody is so easily, it's like now if we are going to search in Google, so related to diet and food, n number of things are being displayed over the social media. But what I can say to everyone is like, you really have to be very choosy and specific what kind of a diet you are taking. You don't have to make a really modified change in your diet or something like that, or like people are taking intermediate fasting, this fasting, that fasting, this kind of a diet, that kind of a diet, keto diet. It doesn't work for each and every person. Now we really have to choose what kind of a diet is really good for us. Sometimes it's like the normal food which we take, the timing when we are taking or consuming those meals are not right. And like what we are eating, how we are eating, when we are eating, these are the three factors which make a huge difference in every single person maintaining health. Or if somebody is really suffering from some illness, then again this is the very important point we have to notice every now and then. What we are eating is number one, when we are eating number two, and how we are eating number three. So I request every single person to follow these three things. Anybody else is having any question? Okay, fine. Till we get the another question, I'll just discuss about the general health issues. So there's a questions in everybody's mind how we can maintain the general health of a person. So if we are going to talk about this thing, what exactly is a general health? I guess if we are working properly, if we're having the energy from inside, if you're getting a proper sleep, you're having a proper appetite, that means a person is really, really healthy. But in nowadays lifestyle, I don't see much of the people are getting a sound sleep at night. They do have a proper appetite. Why? First thing, their habit of meal, when they're gulping the meal, is really, really impacted by their schedule, whatever they are following. Because there's no timing when they are consuming their meal, they don't have a proper time of lunch, they don't have a proper time of dinner, and how they are taking those dinner, that's again a big issue. Because most of the time you are, your mental stability is somewhere else. You are in an anxiety mood, you are in a stress, you are in depression, anger, and you are just taking the meal. So can you imagine that food, how it's going to impact in your body inside? Is not really going to give you any nutrition part. It's just a waste or just a toxin is going to be reside in your body. It's of no use. I'll just take one question. Can you tell me that medicines to take based on which dosha is problematic? Can you tell what medicines to take based on which dosha has been problematic? Of course, I can let you know and I can help you out in this query. But before that, I really want to know your status, like your body status, your physical status. I need to ask you certain questions. Basically, I need to take a brief consultation with you to know which dosha is being imbalanced in your body, what all you can do, how you can improve the lifestyle, how what thing you can include or restrict in your diet, and then comes up the medicinal part. Okay, so we are discussing about the how to maintain our health or the wellness part. So why you all wait that you will suffer from something, then you will visit to a doctor and take a number of medication. Like popping up pills is like nowadays I can see it's a kind of a fashion everybody is following, and I really don't believe on those things. Rather than popping up into the pills things, we can really work on our lifestyle and diet, which is the mandatory thing to be followed by each and every one. Now there are like quite number of things which you can modify in your lifestyle and even in your diet part. And when we comes up in exercises, no, these are day everybody wants a very good physique. So they all are doing intense exercises. So I can tell, like, for everyone, intense exercises is really not a good idea. Now on basis of your body constitution, one person has to decide like what should be the time duration to perform an exercises. It's not good to go beyond your limits. As I've seen in gym, most of the people always push you to extend all the limits you have. But it's like for some, like a person who's sharing a vast body constitution, it's going to show severe drastic impact, or like in a negative way. They are not really feel healthy if they're going to push their limits. So it has been described in Ayurveda, if a person is sharing a vast constitution, then definitely he has to do a very less exercises in a daily routine. There's a question, if I don't have any health issue, do I need Ayurveda? Of course, if you don't have any health issue, then definitely you have to acquire Ayurveda. You have to incorporate Ayurvedic practices in your lifestyle to maintain that healthy issue. Because I don't want to see you that you are coming and discussing about your lifestyle and your health issues in the age of 50 or like in the late stages. So why not, what if you don't have any health issue, why not to maintain this health? Ayurveda principle always focus like how to maintain the health of a healthy person, and then comes to the disease part. So there is like n number of things which is being described in Ayurveda how a person can maintain their health. Because the health which you are having right now, it won't be there after some years, or if you're not really following a good or a proper lifestyle and a diet, then definitely you will suffer from one or the another disorder. So definitely you have to follow the Ayurveda practices in your life. I'm not talking about the uh, medicines part. I'm talking about what modification you can include in your lifestyle and diet part. So definitely you have to include Ayurveda. What are the different types of Nirogam products? So we do work for a lot of the ailments. So you can start from head to toes. So we are having products for each and every ailment, starting from your eyes. If you're having if you're having any of the lungs disorder, if you're having any allergy, if you really want to boost your immunity, your health, your kidney health, your liver health, your stomach related issues, a person if having a chronic disorders like diabetes, hypertension, they're having PCOD, lifestyle disorders, they're having prostate issues. So they are like n number of products which we are having. So we can say that like from head to toe, all the organs we are including, and we are having products for everything. So thank you one and all. I hope the session went well and I'm able to answer your queries. Okay. I'll take one more question. What modification to lifestyle should I do other than diet and medicines? Okay. So the daily routine which you follow, you can have a modification in that particular thing. So now at what time you get up? What is the first thing you do when you get up? So I have seen most of the people have this myth that drinking lukewarm water with lemon or just like lukewarm water plain drinking in the morning is the best thing for everyone, but it's not been mentioned in Ayurveda anywhere in the classical text of Ayurveda drinking or gulping water the first thing should be done by any of them, because in the morning the kapha dosha is in the peak and it's sharing the same property as of the water. So one should not gulp water in the morning time. Then at what time you are taking your say, like when you are doing your daily routine like brushing. So the another thing you can do is like oil pulling. Now it has been so commercialized that even Colgate is using this thing, that they are like introduce this oil pulling thing. So a normal person after just brushing their teeth, what they can do is like they can gargle with sesame oil. How sesame oil gargle is going to impact their health. So if a person is really suffering from bad breath, is going to help in that. If you really have a sensitivity issue, then it's going to help in that. If somebody is having pain in their tooth, they are having a bad health of their tooth, is going to help on that thing as well. So this you can introduce in your lifestyle. Now, giving like I have seen many of the people just moisturize themselves. So why not to moisturize your body with oil? Oil is really really important, the way we give lubrication to any of the machinery parts so that they can work properly. The same way we have to give oilation to our body as well so that it can function in a very nice manner. So once in a week just apply oil to entire body of yours, keep it like just do a gentle massage and keep your body like that just at least for 15 to 20 minutes, and after that you can take shower. So it's going really going to help you out in that. So this is something else which you can introduce in your lifestyle. Now if third thing is the physical activity, so exercises. Now I have seen like most of the people who are following Ayurveda, they always focus that yoga is good and other exercises they are not really good and something like that. It's just a myth. You need to be physically active. Now you can choose what so activities you really love to do. It can be dancing, it can be jogging, running, gymming, yoga, whatever. But some sort of physical exertions should be there in your lifestyle so that you can maintain, or the metabolism should be in the peak, it will remain in the peak. Now most of the time I have seen everybody is quite indulged in the on screen. So you really need to give rest to your eyes. So I really recommend to people that they all can follow the rule of 20-20-20. So every 20 minutes you can take a gap from the screen so that your eyes get the rest. So 20 seconds you have to stare at the object is going to increase the concentration power. And always keep like after every 20 minutes you keep the all the screen part 20 feet apart from you. So this thing you can introduce in your lifestyle, other than diet and medicine. What is the Vad body constitution and what are the symptoms? See, Vad body constitution is something, these three dosha are being lying in every single person. Now, there should be a ratio. So, ratio, like every single person is having a different fingerprint. In the same way, every single person is having a different ratio of these three doshas. One is Vat, second is Pit, and third is Kapha. So now what body constitution people, they are more tend to have anxiety, stress, headache, these kinds of issues. Now how you really, these are the symptoms which you can see if a person is having a Vat body constitution, and the Vat dosha is being imbalanced because of the activities which you are performing is really enhancing or increasing the Vat dosha in your body. So these are the symptoms you can see if you're really suffering from anxiety, lack of concentration, dementia. So these are the symptoms which you can see if you're really having a bad body constitution. So thank you everyone. It's really been a nice conversation with one and all. So you all can come to Distacart to see the Nirogam products. You can buy and purchase those products if you really want. You're really suffering from something. You can buy the products from distacart.com. You can go and see Nirogam products has been displayed on that particular website. If you really want to take consultation from me and want to really know a deep, and you really want to drag yourself deep inside Ayurveda, then you can visit our website as well. It's nirogam.in and nirogam.com. You can come to that particular page, you can book a consultation, and you can reach to us. Thank you one and all for the wonderful questions you are having in this wonderful session.